Hey guys, I'm just gonna hang out for a few, maybe see if somebody pops on. The depression and anxiety is getting ridiculous. Unless I'm completely distracting myself, it's like to a point where it feels like I'm gonna piss myself. Hi, aesthetics. I mainly get depressed. Like the depression's easy to pop in right now because I'm so sensitive to everything right now. Don't know why, but I am. And all I have to do is think about the last 2 months and me not getting any better in the last after I cut my meds. Just getting worse still. All I have to do is walk outside with my dog and realize how fucked up I am. It's like for a while before this whole even more of a mess, I was able to go inside and outside without it changing how I felt. Where I could literally see now, like this was years ago when they ripped me off of benzos. I can see how fucked up I am just by looking around. When I'm inside and distracting, and it's like now I'm starting to regress. And when I am feeling better, I'm not like better, I'm just in a better mood. The depression kind of goes away. And I still have to work. I still have to. This is ridiculous. I don't even know what to do. My conversations about the stuff with my girlfriend are like under a minute, so that doesn't help. She'll ask what's wrong and she'll look curious about what's going on, and I'll say what it is, and she'll say, "Did you talk to your therapist about it?" My therapist is trash. What are they? Depression. They say distract, find things you love to do. What the fuck? I can't stay busy 24/7. I can't do it. It's exhausting. I literally stayed busy from 7:45 this morning till 4, just to try to keep things at bay. And it works. I can get through. But once I then take the dog out or something, and then I'm walking around in this fucking world of my brain, it's such garbage. So depressing. People are worried about how long I'm going to be on this medicine for. What do you want me to do? I'm suffering now. I can't taper again. Everybody wants me to get another shot. What do you want me to do? Can't do everything you want me to do. I don't want COVID, but I also can't go and get another fucking shot right now. My sensory issues are so fucking bad right now. I can't even fucking tell you. Way worse than when I got the fucking COVID shot. Yeah. It's like I don't mind crying. It kind of gives me a release. It doesn't make me worse like some people. But for some reason, I'm getting so depressed and upset, and I can't even cry. It's just kind of like stagnated there. I'd start crying if I started talking to somebody else about it. But nobody's really wants to listen to my whole story again. And I don't want to tell my whole story, but it's like I have to when it comes to the medicine to make it make sense. Hey, Susan. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I get that. It's been like that lately. I usually only can get really, really emotional, like outbursts, is when I'm talking to somebody else about it. I'll just break down. But like for myself, I really can't. And I'm starting, I get hopeless because I've realized today, and this is what really got my depression going, is when I went outside, and it's always a reminder of how fucked up I am. And fuck, I forgot. Whatever. Oh, yeah. And realizing that I have to accept my reality right now. Again. After I know you got married, Susan. That's awesome. Congratulations. I saw some of the pictures. It's really cool. Congrats. I'm assuming that's severe anxiety, since I know you. I usually don't get my closer people on here. And what people don't get is that I didn't have these issues before they put me on medications. And coming off of them, I mean, what the fuck were these doctors thinking? Well, let's just rip them off one of the fucking heaviest fucking benzos there is and call him a baby. Call me a baby. And I paid for that visit. Everything people have suggested to me, everything people suggested to me in the last 5 years, and I've tried, have been a disaster. That's why I stick with what I do. For anybody who's watching and doesn't get it, I was ripped off of benzos, severely compromised my nervous system, which still to this day is so damaged from that. I'm glad people can go on and off these drugs. I'm glad, but I can't. So they put me on Remeron to put me to sleep. I asked for a sleeping medication that I can be on for a week or two. Instead, he gave me a fucking drug that said was just a sleeping medication. Instead, he put me on a fucking heavy antidepressant to sleep. I got fucking dependent on that in an instant, so I couldn't get off that. I've been tapering that for the past 3 years. And now I'm finally down to 1.1 milligrams from 7.5. Tapering slow as fuck. And now it has become absolute torture hell. That's all I know. That's the thing. I have to accept that this is how I have to live again. But the thing is, everybody around me assumes I'm going to be living like I did a year ago. It's like they don't get that I'm getting these big setbacks because of this medication. But if I talk too much about the medication, they want me to just jump off the medication again. I can't do it. My nervous system's so fucking damaged. It's fucking unreal. It's fucking terrible. Remeron's a fucking bitch. Now, if I was never damaged by benzos, I would have probably got off the Remeron in 6 months. It would have been hard, but it wouldn't have been bad. But my nervous system's so damaged, and doctors don't give a shit. They don't even believe me. So here I am, over 5 years later, still tapering Remeron, still trying to keep my relationship afloat. And honestly, it has become the hardest thing I can do. I love my girlfriend, but damn, just trying to keep it together. I can barely even express what's going on in my life anymore because nobody gets it. Nobody ever will. I'm afraid if I talk too much, I don't want to be talked into anything that I shouldn't be doing because I'm pretty stupid that way. I will not go to a hospital for them to just take me off 1.1 milligrams thinking it's just a little tiny baby dose like they did with the fucking benzos. And then all they're going to do is give me fucking gabapentin or trazodone to get me through it, which I'll get dependent on and have to taper that for the next 5 years. Luckily, my doctors, I get appointments right away. Guess that's Wisconsin for you. There's not many people around here. I hate these fucking drugs. I want to be off this shit so bad. And I'm still getting people telling me that I should be on my meds. My fucking meds? They were never my meds. I tried fucking benzos. It destroyed my life almost 2 weeks after I was taking them. And then they put me on something else that's destroying my life. Those are my meds? That's what I should be taking. God, it's unbelievable. It's funny how people believe a doctor that they've never met over a person that they've known for years and years and years. My anxiety is always there. But when I get really bad like I am now, the anxiety just consumes my guts and just breeds anxiety. And then when I realize how sick I am mentally, then that brings on the thick depression. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I had a better morning just because I was distracting so much that, there wasn't much I could do. I was just distracting big time. And I can, just like I did years ago, just distraction. But now I dread doing stuff. I dread going outside. I dread doing the things I was doing fine a year ago. Funny thing is, my head is worse now than it was after I sped up the fucking Remeron taper and fucked up my nervous system again. So I don't know why. My head wasn't even this fucked up then. Why is it so fucked up now? I mean, I guess because I updosed, which was the dumbest decision, but I updosed. So I was back on a dose of Remeron. So the fact that I cut and not getting it, I suppose it makes sense. I just have to push through. That's the only thing we can do. But you just cut to aesthetics, and I'm proud of you. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm either going to hold out and get a COVID booster shot and then cut eventually, or cut again, then later get a booster shot. I hate wasting my time with these fucking shots though, but I'm in public a lot. Isn't it fucked up how hard? I mean, you're on 0.6. I'm at 1.1. We're on these low doses that people just pop off of no problem. Isn't it fucked up how it is just taken over? It's just so weird. So weird. I didn't even meditate today. .7. There you go. This thing is 0.6. But that's like that last dose I was on. But I was only on 0.6 for like a week and a half before I updosed. I went from 1.0 to 0.8, and it was hard, but the anxiety was horrific. A month and a half later, I went from 0.8 to 0.6. That's a 45% cut within like 3 months. And it just destroyed my nervous system. So I updosed, and that's probably why my head didn't get as fucked up. I got physically fucked up. My head did get fucked up, but not like this. I'm assuming if it goes by how it should, in a month or two, it should start clearing up a little bit. But it's been 2 months now. It's kind of freaking me out that it's been 2 months and it's getting, it's just terrible. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure if this is right. I know I'm going in for my vision appointment on Tuesday. And I know he's going to end up asking me to get an MRI, which I will get again. But my God, is that going to set me back? It's just terrifying. But I got to do it. Yeah, I don't think anybody thought we'd be in this situation. I have hypochondria too, but I never talk about it because I don't want people to think I'm more fucked up than I am. Because, like I say, if I talk too much, people start not agreeing with how I'm doing things. And this is the only way to do it. The only fucking way. If I died right now, everybody would say, oh, he should have just stayed on his meds, or oh, this or that. And that makes me think I should write all this out and be like, don't you dare say those medications were my meds. I got damaged horrifically by the medical community. And I don't appreciate people saying that I should be trusting my medical people. I still listen to them. I have no problem. But they're crazy if they think I'm going to continually take different medications. I don't take medications to cover up other medication problems. Do you have a medication that calms down the nervous system without being a benzo? No. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, OCD is brutal. I only have little bits of it, but not enough. But I've got friends that have bad versions of it, and I know it can be really hard. But I have the vision appointment, and I have to drive 40 minutes to even get to it. I'm just going to do it. But that day in itself, because I'm going to go to that appointment 40 minutes, and I'm still going to work that day. I'm going to be crying for days. Because I'll feel tolerable that day. And then the next day, when I wake up, I'm going to be in pure DPDR fog hell. All because I went from 1.2 to 1.1? Are you fucking serious? I just wonder. I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. My memory's gone. Blanking a lot. Oh yeah. Still wonder if I had COVID. I got a test when I was sick, but it said negative. But I've been absolutely exhausted ever since I was sick, and that was a little while ago now. Everything got bad after that. So I suppose if I did have COVID, it'll be months before I'll feel better. I explain all the time. I don't care if people understand it, but I think I'm pretty good at explaining what's going on with me. But you gotta at least try to get some try to explain what's going on and have people try to understand at least. And all these problems, these memory problems, my mental stability, all this, all came from these drugs. I didn't have these problems before these drugs. So the only thing I can do is get off the fucking drugs. I mean, doesn't that make sense? Seems to make sense to me. I don't think I'll ever 100% be better, but I know I can be a very big percent better, and I'm okay with that. But now accepting the situation I'm in right now, again, yeah, I'm going to see a ophthalmologist on Tuesday about visual snow. Not that he's going to give me any answers, but still, I want to talk to him and at least get a diagnosis. I mean, I've had it for my whole life. 30. Yeah, it's hard not to. But I don't wish visual snow. Like I have a really bad progressive version of visual snow. I've had it for as long as I can remember, but I remember it was very minimal when I was young. I remember I always had it, and it was just light snow. And now it's just everything's insane. And tapering medications with bad visual snow is a mix from hell. Not many people will get the absolute horror of what it's like. And you have to live like it's not there. That's the fucking hard part. You have to live like it's not there. It's impossible. I'm literally like hallucinate 24/7. That's always been with me. But I started trying benzos to help my visual snow, to see if it would help my visual snow and help my anxiety. All it did was make those things 100 times worse. Doctors don't know shit about visuals now. They actually know what it is now, which is cool. I spent most of my life telling doctors about it, and they've blown me off for a good 25 years. Until the last like 3 years, they finally understand what it is. People are actually getting diagnosed with it now. To me, that's amazing. There's no cure for it. I've been watching the science happen throughout the years. There's amazing research being done in the UK right now. I can't be a part of it because I'm not in the UK, which sucks because I'd love to. I'd love to help because I have such a bad case. It's such a weird neurological issue. And I'm going to repeat this. The scary part about when I go see him, and once I say it's been progressive, especially lately, it just got like 10% worse again. And I'm sure it's from tapering. I'm sure I'm gonna have to get another MRI. It's been about 4 years since I had an MRI. So I'm probably gonna have to get another one, which will probably be okay. It'll probably calm me down because I'm starting to think I've got another friggin' tumor in my brain. And that's not like me to really think that, but it's been a while since things got bad, you know? So I'm going to have to probably go suck it up and lay in the tube for 20 minutes. I always have them cover my eyes so I don't have to see it. And then my muscles start doing weird shit and they'll start moving on their own. My arms and legs will start moving up and down. It's absolutely terrifying, but I need to get it done again. Terrifying, especially when you're in this weird like tripping acid type head, which mine's getting worse again. At least I don't feel like I'm sinking in the ground when I walk. That was one of the main things. Aesthetics, you might get that. You might understand what I'm talking about when it comes to Remeron, because I used to think it was just a benzo thing, but I was pretty sure now it was Remeron. When I was on the higher dose of Remeron years ago now, I remember when I would walk, I would always feel like I was sinking into the ground. Yeah, yeah. It's like Dan. Like I can like if you say it, I can tell you honestly, you probably don't have cancer. But like for you, you could probably look at me and be like, you don't have a brain tumor. But like in your own head, it's crazy. You told me that Remeron and benzo, it's a freaking bad idea. Jesus, right? But yeah, I used to feel like I was constantly walking into the ground. Like I don't have the boat feeling anymore. Little bits, of course, but not like I did. Thank God, that was one of the worst. One of the worst, and it's not coming back. Thank goodness. Now I just feel like I'm tripping again, but not as bad as it was then. But fuck, it's bad. I just don't see why 2 months later my head is just feeling worse. And how do I explain that to other people? They'd be like, well, no, I've got nobody to sit and say, well, that's normal. And that scares me because I don't feel like this is normal. It's freaking me out. I made a very small cut, which was about 9%, which 1.1 to 1.0 is about 9%. I'm looking into a way to. I'm going to go, when I do cut again, I'm going to go from 1.1 to 1.0. That's still like 9.3%. It's not too far from what I just did. But after that, I'm doing my research now, and my small scale will not go between a gram. So it's like I'm not doing liquid tapering, but instead of going like this 1.0 to 0.9, I might just do percentages and get it like one of them lab scales. I'd have to pay my out of my ass for it, but I might be able to go between grams. We'll see. I pretty much feel like I'm the only one going through this because of my visual snow. I literally, people have no idea because I have to work and I have to do all this bullshit with being in hell. Just thinking about possibly moving in 6 months from now or whatever it is. I can't even fathom all this, but I'm going to have to fucking do it. I don't even know how I'm going. I've done it before, but I was also stronger then. I didn't fuck up my meds and my cuts weren't so big. You know, the percentages weren't so big. Same cut, but, you know, I was able to do things more. I had more energy. Physically, I'm a total mess now after that fuck up on Remeron. They completely fucked me up physically. And I don't know why I won't kick back. It is better now than it was 8 months ago, but but the flashing in my fucking eyes, the constant movement and constant the strobes and the flashes and the streaks and the lava lamps shit. And it's just nuts what I see on a constant basis. It's nuts. Whoa. Well, I guess I'm not going downtown. I'm doing a Christmas paradey thing. A little early, but whatever. It is ridiculous. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I woke up this morning shaking. You just got to take it one day at a time. Seriously. I mean, if you're able to do it at all, you know, then definitely just do it and keep it going. I mean, I can barely function, but I still have to go out to work once in a while and pay the bills. So I mean, you can do it. You'll do it. But yeah, like she said, it's stressful. You'll make it. You're young. You're young. I'm 45 years old. I feel bummed about that. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. That shaking hasn't happened in years. Not like that. That's why I could tell whatever's going on in my body right now, and it's been going on in my body, but a little worse right now. Whatever's been going on is just a full on assault from whatever. And then people say, when are you going to get your booster shot? It's like, whoa. Not even close. No, I don't want COVID. I can't even imagine, but I can't just go out and do what everybody wants me to do whenever they want to do it. I wish. I'm not against it. I want to damn get it. I got the original first one. But now I actually feel worse now than I did after I got the damn shot. So how would that make me feel? So I'll get the shot, but I won't be able to function. I'll have to get it eventually. And for me, it's a must, but I don't know when. Nah. Well, I'm not going to get it now. I will eventually. You'll always regret it, but I'll regret it more. You're going to regret it more if you get COVID. Sorry. I'm not going to argue with you guys about it. But making me feel worse is not going to make it any better. Of course it's going to get worse after I get this shot. But I already got one and it wasn't even that bad. It was like a wave for like 2 weeks. But when I feel better, I will definitely I'll definitely do it. I ain't going to do it now. No fucking way. I'm assuming that's what you mean. No way. But I'm trying to be really careful when I go out because I cannot afford to get COVID. I might have just had COVID already. I mean, the backlash from when I got sick recently, you've saw when I got sick like weeks back. That was intense. Yeah, it will get way worse. But I got to feel a little better. When I got the shot originally, honestly, it made my sensory issues really bad for about 2 weeks. And then after that, I was fine. So I just need to feel better. And once I start feeling better, I'll do it. Make my sensory issues probably bad for a couple weeks. To me, it's worth having a bad wave versus getting COVID. Because if I get bad COVID, I'm fucked. Especially if I get a long version of COVID, I'm really fucked. I couldn't imagine that kind of hell. I would be sitting there saying, why didn't I just fucking get the stupid booster shot? But none of it's foolproof. I just don't want to end up in the fucking hospital. I can't afford it. Trust me. To be honest, I hate thinking about it. I hate that I even have to have it part of my life when I should be tapering my meds and thinking about that, not thinking about a stupid virus. But if my immune system and nervous system's down because I'm tapering and I get COVID, I mean, I might die. I don't want to be in the hospital and having them shoot me up with weird drugs. That alone freaks me out. I think about all that stuff and I think about, well, I'll go through a 2-week wave, maybe longer. What's more worth it for me? I'd rather just get the stupid shot and get it over with. But, because I was saying, I'm not going to do it now. I'm in such bad shape. There's no way. I mean, for all I know, I had COVID. That's for all I know, I might have. And I'm still I mean, if I did, then I'm probably having like bad after effects and it's just fucking with my nervous system. But according to the test, it was negative. I don't know. Whatever. It's true. It's all thanks to fucking COVID. It's such a bullshit. Like our lives weren't hard enough. Okay, maybe I gotta stop bitching. Thanks for hanging out with me and bitching with me, aesthetics. Kind of needed that today. I don't usually like to get on the conversation about COVID because I know it could be, a tough thing for people to talk about. Everybody's got different views on what to do. So, yeah. But yeah, we got to cool it now. I'm going to try to do a little decorating tonight for Christmas. Ugh. But that's what I'm going to do. Thanks. Appreciate that. I hope so too. I hope you all feel better soon. I don't know what the hell's going on with me, but it feels like it's something that's going to take a while. And it feels like something I'm going to have to learn to accept and get past for a little while. Because as you know, the more you look at your problems, the worse they feel. And I've been over analyzing every symptom lately, and it's been freaking me out. If I can just kind of distract and get out of my own head, it could be a little better. We can all need to do that. It's not saying it's in our head, but the more we get out of our head and stop thinking about it as much, because I tend to obsess like crazy about my symptoms, especially lately, since they're freaking me out lately. My visual snow, I see it so thick, you know? Oh, thanks, aesthetics. That's nice. Same for you. You are now at 0.7. One day when I'm at 0.7, I'm going to say, I can't believe I'm at 0.7. Remember when you were at 0.7? And you'll probably be at 0.4. Can you even fathom being that far? But we'll get there. One day at a time. I pray that you're off before me and then you hang around a little bit to support me. All right, you guys. Guys and girls. You take care. Later on.